The British EBF Nottinghamshire Oaks Stakes, a fillies and mares listed contest over the extended mile and a quarter. But to open the car was the 2:10 EBF Fillies Novice Stakes over the extended 5 furlongs, and Treasure Storm was sent off the well-backed 11-8 market leader.
They're off, racing over 5 furlongs, these 2-year-old fillies in the EBF Fillies Novice Stakes. Snafia just had to be ridden to get a position in behind them early on, as the experience of Treasure Storm has got to the front in that purple jacket. But right up there as well, Mademoiselle Can with these stars on the sleeves, light blue of Defying Orders and the green sleeves and cap of Snafia now latching on to the back of them. So down the centre of the course through the first couple of furlongs, and Treasure Storm has got most of these on the stretch already. Mademoiselle Can in second though, still only 3/4 of a length down, followed by Defying Orders and Holly Dore. Then comes Snafia and William Buick as they make their way to the final 2 furlongs, and Treasure Storm still has the lead under Kevin Stott. Far side Defying Orders in behind Mademoiselle Can. Snafia trying to get going in the green sleeves and cap as they make their way to the final furlong. Treasure Storm is drifting a bit towards this near side, still in front, being chased by Snafia and Defying Orders, who've got about a length and a half to find. Still Treasure Storm out in front from Snafia in second place, then Defying Orders. Treasure Storm still out in front, clinging on towards the line, but does so from Snafia, who ran on well at the end in second, followed by Defying Orders in third, and they finish clear of Mademoiselle Can.
Treasure Storm just next home, 11-8 favourite Kevin Stott and Dominic French Davis. Second is Snafia at 7-4. Experience has probably won the day here for Treasure Storm, who continues the fine run of things for Kevin Stott and for Ammo Racing as well, and indeed for trainer Dominic French Davis. Treasure Storm got to the front early, and that really has won the race, as Snafia was off the snaff from quite a long way out, but stuck it out in the end quite strongly, but not quite strongly enough to get to the coattails of the winner, who has clearly learnt from that 4th last time out at Musselburgh, and has gone 3 places better. This daughter of Expert Eye, definitely worth keeping an eye on.
Treasure Storm makes all. Benefit of experience. Well done. That was nice.
Yeah, we quite thought she would. We would have hoped she ran a little bit better at Musselburgh than she did. Kind of got wiped out a little bit out the stalls at Musselburgh. She ran on well that day, and yeah, used her experience today. And to be fair, I know we just hung on, but she wasn't doing a whole lot, you know.
Soft ground. Is it soft?
Yeah, it's very soft.
Very soft.
Yeah.
Time would back that up as well. Very soft.
Yeah, no, it is very soft. It's probably more heavy than soft.
Is she happy in that?
She went through it, obviously. With her experience, we had to put it into use, you know. I would like to see her on better ground, obviously.
Yeah. Obviously, with a 2-year-old programme that comes up quick, you can take on the Colts and the Lily Agnes next week, Marygate at York, Hilary Needler, Beverley. There's lots before you get the Queen Mary. Do you hope that she could take sort of that route?
I mean, listen, we'll have to see how she comes out the race, obviously. But yeah, listen, some of them races might be down the line.
And excited the weekend, 2 classics. Obviously, horses who'd done so well in the trial last time out, Indestructible in the 2000, Mama's Girl in the 1000.
Yeah, obviously very exciting. They're both doing really well. They both came out the races really well. So yeah, going there with chances is always nice.
The 240 is the Racing TV Profits Return to Racing Restricted Novice Stakes over the extended 1 mile and 2 furlongs. And Tempered Soul, a little bit of a drifter in the market here, 11-10 out to 7-4.
They're off. Masso Basti got away very nicely indeed for this Racing TV Profits Return to Racing Restricted Novice Stakes. Going to the moon, and City Cyclone now getting to the front. Masso Basti's in 3rd position, being reined back. He's got Tempered Soul on the inside, who's a bit keen early on. Then comes Artisan, also keen in the black and orange, Call Everyone You Know. Moving into 5th position at the back of the field is the newcomer Thorg, who's about 6 lengths behind them. So well grouped, and leading is City Cyclone by half a length to Going to the Moon in 2nd place. The maroon and yellow hoop jacket of Tempered Soul, William Buick, sits in 3rd position. Masso Basti, the Linkfield winner, comes next in the yellow sleeves and cap with the red sash. Then comes Call Everyone You Know on the inside of the blue with the light green epaulets, Artisan, and the back marker is Thorg, but well in touch as they continue down the far side. City Cyclone, Richard Kingscote has the lead from Going to the Moon, who's a little bit wider, the black sleeves with the yellow stars. On the inside is Tempered Soul and William Buick, followed by Masso Basti, Daniel Muscat as they race around the bend. Then comes Call Everyone You Know. Artisan just showing a bit of greenness around that turn and also losing its position, being passed by Thorg now and Andret Seni. So making their turn for home inside the final 5 furlongs. City Cyclone leading with Going to the Moon about half a length down in second place. Then comes Tempered Soul. Masso Basti comes next. Right up against the rail is Call Everyone You Know, and Thorg, and being virtually pulled up is Artisan, who's completely tailed off as they make their way down to the final 3 furlongs. City Cyclone with Going to the Moon up sides. Tempered Soul in behind in a bit of a pocket with Masso Basti on that one's outside as they now head to the final 2.5 furlongs. City Cyclone with Going to the Moon. Tempered Soul going well but needs a gap to appear. Masso Basti followed by Thorg, and then comes Call Everyone You Know. Still in front, City Cyclone, but Masso Basti coming through a bit short of room. There was Going to the Moon, and right up against the rail is Tempered Soul, who's got a couple of lengths to find, and Masso Basti has got to the front now, going on from City Cyclone, but here comes Tempered Soul now beginning to find stride as they head down to the final half furlong. Masso Basti being taken on by Tempered Soul. Masso Basti is trying to rally and is doing so now, and Masso Basti gets back on top close home, and I think just about gets there to beat Tempered Soul. They finish clear as City Cyclone and Going to the Moon.
Maso Basti wins well, 7-2 for Danny Muscat, James Fanshawe in those famous Swinburne silks. Second was Tempered Soul, just run out of it, the 7-4 favourites. The front two finished a long way clear here, 7 lengths in fact, and despite Tempered Soul having a really hard time of things, getting no sort of run on the inside there in the maroon and yellow silks, Tempered Soul has got to the front, but Maso Basti has been pretty game and tenacious, coming right back on the line to win going away. The front two well clear of the rest, and I think we're talking about 2 decent sorts here, but Maso Basti, at the end of today, has been the stronger at the finish.
Maso Basti's won our second race here at Nottingham, trained by James Fanshawe. Just watch him go away. He's talented, but
yes,
he makes you work for your corn.
Yeah, I haven't seen the rerun yet, but you know, I thought he was beaten when he was when William took up the running at the furlong pole, and he battled back really well. So there was definitely plenty of grit when it came down to the business end.
Down to start early, went in the stalls so that he was.
Work with him, and well, that's why, you know, very patient with him as well, because he's not the easiest. We'll be doing the best we can. We've got 1 or 2 for the week.
On to James Fanshawe. The 310 is the Follow Racing TV on Twitter. Fillies handicap over the extended mile, and Mexicali Rose, a very hot favourite for this one, was sent off 5-4.
They're off. Flame of Kodiak a little bit slow into stride for the Follow at Racing TV on Twitter. Fillies handicap. Zaga has been reined right back. Arithmical a little bit slow into stride, as well as Nuthatch, as Star Child is leading. Half a length clear to Enola Gray in second. Looking for cover in the turquoise jacket, Maggie's Way out wider. Creme Chantilly in the star jacket in behind. Flame of Kodiak's recovered from the tardy beginning into midfield, right up against the inside, trying to get closer, just in behind Creme Chantilly. Then midfield in the red is Mexicali Rose, looking for a little bit of room. Eurythmical out wider with the cheek pieces, followed by the purple of Double O as they race around the bend here. Congruent in the white cap is towards the back of the field as they make their journey towards the home straight. The back marker remains Zaga, just in behind Nuthatch. So Star Child leading under Holly Doyle to Enola Gray in second. Creme Chantilly is in third position, followed by Maggie's Way and James Doyle. Right up against the rail, Flame of Kodiak. Eurythmical Andret Seni out to the left as we look's got a good position. Mexicali Rose in the red jacket. Ross Orion out to the left, Double O with Congruent in behind that, Danny Muscat. Then in behind, pushed along is Nuthatch, and the back marker is the grey Zaga. Pushed along Star Child, taken on by Enola Gray. Maggie's Way is right there. Creme Chantilly still travelling quite well. Eurythmical's under pressure. Mexicali Rose looking for a gap, tries to stay on. Zaga's making some headway from the back as they head inside the 2 then. Maggie's Way is going quite well. Upsides Enola Gray. Star Child by the rail. Mexicali Rose, Creme Chantilly, Eurythmical. Zaga trying to get going in behind runners, but it's Maggie's Way who's gone for home. Maggie's Way then has got about a length and a half clear. Being chased now by Mexicali Rose, has got a length to find, and Maggie's Way is finding plenty. Maggie's Way for James Doyle runs out a comfortable winner. Mexicali Rose was second. Lots of late headway by Zaga for third, and then came Eurythmical.
Maggie's Way wins very nicely, 12-1 for James Doyle, William Muir and Chris Grassick. Second was Mexicali Rose, the 5-4 favourite, beaten, and third was Zaga at 6-1. No fluke about this from Maggie's Way, who's hit the front from some way out, and despite the hot favourites Mexicali Rose coming with what looked like a fairly coruscating thrust, Maggie's Way has had too much on handicap debut and wins off an opening mark of 76, which in the end looks fairly lenient. She did have some pretty nice performances under her belt in novice company, including a good second at Kempton back in October, and she comes home in front for the first time on her handicap bow.
And Maggie's Way has won first time in a handicap. James Doyle, nice to ride a winner in Cityscape.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just saying I haven't had a bit of success on them, but always nice to ride one by me.
White face, not dissimilar.
Yeah, exactly. She's pretty tall, big old feet, similar to him. So, yeah, he's obviously a horse who helped me massively to get to where I am today. Yeah.
She's done that well from probably a well handicapped winner. Runner-up in second. You're well clear.
Yeah, look, I guess her second run at Kempton was pretty good. She was unlucky just to get picked off, and then she went to Chelmsford in what looked to be a really messy race. She kind of got messed around, but I guess in hindsight it's probably helped her get the mark she's got. So sometimes them runs can be a blessing in disguise. And look, coming into today, the guys are very positive about her. They expected her to go really well. Obviously slightly awkward draw, but we got in a nice position. We didn't go overly quick, and I felt it was the right thing to sort of press on after getting such cheap sectionals in. You know, usually here it's a long old straight and they can tackle you from sort of over 3 down, but we didn't get that today, so I was happy to go early, and she stuck to her guns well, acted on this rain softened ground, no problem.
Big weekend, obviously the Guineas, fond memories going back there, no doubt. Ferry Cross, second in Nell Gwyn. Could she run well at the price? Yeah,
look, she's an outsider, and we're kind of taking the chance that she has ran over the mile before, but we didn't think she was in the greatest form coming out of it. She just lugged in the race and didn't seem 100% comfortable. That was in Dubai, but her first comeback run back here was pretty good in the Nell Gwyn. She, on a day that it proved very difficult to be up on the front end facing the breeze, and I thought she ran a good race. Look, she was beaten a couple of lengths by a horse that was smothered up and just shown daylight late on, so I think at 40 to 1 there'd be worse shocks, I think.
Good stuff. Well done. Best of luck all week.
Good man. Cheers.
Good stuff from James Doyle. The 340s next up. The British Stallion Stars EBF Fillies handicap over that extended mile. King Mania, 6-4 favourites here, drifting ever so slightly from 5-4.
They're off. Slightly slow beginning by Canoodle, who rather dwelt out of the stalls for the British Stallion Studs EBF Fillies handicap over a mile and half a furlong, and Belhaven has moved to the front by a couple of lengths to Far Too Shy, who's contesting second place with King Mania on the outside, Daniel Muscat. Then in behind is Golden Melody, who was third in this race 12 months ago. Sly Madam in the black and white towards the inside, and the slow starting Canoodles has latched on at the back of the field with Safi Osborne. So it's Belhaven who leads under Pierre-Louis Germain. From in second position is Far Too Shy, who's up on the inside of King Mania, looking to make it 2 out of 2 for James Ferguson today. Then comes Golden Melody in fourth position in the red and black diamond jacket, followed by Sly Madam, and then we have Canoodles. So making their way to the final 5 furlongs. Still Belhaven has the advantage to in second place King Mania with for company Far Too Shy and Tom Quealy. Then comes Golden Melody towards the back, Sly Madam and Canoodles. So heading down the straight inside the final half mile. Belhaven out in front, still being tracked by the strong travelling King Mania. Far side, Far Too Shy still very much involved. Switching to that far rail is Sly Madam. Golden Melody coming under pressure, and Canoodle trying to make up some ground up on the outside far left as we look. So more or less across the track here, it's Belhaven under strong pressure. Far Too Shy up sides. King Mania with Golden Melody, Canoodle far left, far side Sly Madam. Belhaven trying to fend them all off here. Furlong and a half to go, and she's pulling out plenty. Belhaven under Pierre-Louis Germain has responded well to the jockey's urgings, and she's gone about 2-3 lengths clear now from King Mania. Far Too Shy, then comes Sly Madam, but Belhaven is clear and will stay on strongly to make all the running under Pierre-Louis Germain. So Belhaven wins, tight second, Sly Madam staying on with Far Too Shy and King Mania.
Belhaven wins again, 130 for Pierre-Louis Germain, and Harry Eustace second is Sly Madam at 12-1. A finely judged ride here from the front from Pierre-Louis Germain has seen Belhaven come home a pretty comprehensive winner in the end, as King Mania, the hot favourite, has disappointed slightly. But Belhaven has really learnt how to win, hasn't she? That was her 4th win in her short career so far, and she certainly, on this evidence, looks like she may well win again in the future.
Yeah, and Belhaven seemed a really good effect there. It looked like on paper there was no pace.
Yeah, I spoke to Harry this morning and we both agreed that there was no pace, and if no one wanted to go, then we'll go in Meckie and just let her enjoy herself in front, and she did.
She did just that, didn't she? It seemed when you came in the home straight, you were keen just to stay a few lengths off the inside rail.
Yeah, well, obviously the first few races I've always stayed on the rail, and I wasn't sure whether either to stay on it or not, and I thought when I just turned in, I swinged off the bend a bit, I just thought I'd go in a straight line from now.
And then came to you sort of either side, 2 down, but you've picked up one again.
Yeah, I was keen to not get headed, because sometimes the last day I red car, she didn't really want to go through horses, and it looked that way anyway, so I was keen to keep her head in front then, but she was good. She stayed on well.
Yeah, she was tough. You were tactically aware. Tomorrow you're heading to Ascot again for Harry?
Yeah, Ascot for Harry tomorrow, so hopefully he runs a big race as well.
What's that, about 13, 14 from the claim now? I spoke to you at Thirsk after Spy Catch. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Things are picking up now and is going well, so long may continue.
The 410 is the feature race on the card at Nottingham today. The British EBF Nottinghamshire Oaks, a listed contest over the extended mile and a quarter, won by some fine types in the past. Who will come out on top this afternoon?
All in. They're off for the British EBF Nottinghamshire Oaks Stakes, a listed contest. Misty Dancer did get a bit keen on leaving the stalls, but is away on terms of them. Crystal Caprice has been dropped to the rear, as early on One for Bobby is contesting the early advantage. Also up there is Pink Carnation in the grey jacket. Life of Dreams is up there, and then Misty Dancer, the grey. James Doyle only about half a length down, looking to just try and tuck in now behind this leader. Then in behind towards the rail is Sunset Chazz with the white stars on the blue sleeves. Followed through by Annaville, he's up against the rail. Mukadama out wider in the blue and white striped cap. Then we have towards the rear of the field, Hotter Than Hades in the cheek pieces. Golden Lyra just shuffled back under Tom Marquand with Crystal Caprice and Richard Kingscote in last place for trainer Sir Michael Stoud, who's won 2 of the last 3 runnings of the Nottinghamshire Oaks. So down the far side, it's Pink Carnation, who's gone on, a course winner here. Moving on now from in second place, Misty Dancer and James Doyle. Then up against the rail is Sunset Chazz with One for Bobby for company. The leader's gone a little way clear under Danny Tudhope, 5 lengths the advantage now. Then in behind, Life of Dreams in 5th position on the outside of Annaville. Then comes Hotter Than Hades. Golden Lyra is a long way back at the moment. Mukadama out wider, and Crystal Caprice just about last of all. So heading down the straight with half a mile to go. So Pink Carnation's lead, still around 4 lengths, being chased by Misty Dancer in second place. Then comes One for Bobby, Sunset Chazz towards the far side, Annaville, we've ridden along Life of Dreams. Then in behind that we've got Hotter Than Hades, Crystal Caprice. Golden Lyra has been hard work trying to get going. The leader still has about 4 lengths in hand, heading towards the final quarter of a mile. Pink Carnation, the one to catch, but being chased by One for Bobby down the centre of the course. Misty Dancer's not picked up. Golden Lyra's got work to do. So's Crystal Caprice and Sunset Chazz. Pink Carnation in front, but being caught now by One for Bobby. Not much between these two, about a length between them. Still in front though, Pink Carnation, but One for Bobby is getting there. Clear from Annaville in third place. Half a furlong to go. Pink Carnation being joined by One for Bobby and Rob Hornby, and staying on very strongly here is One for Bobby. First start for Hughie Morrison, and she wins the Nottinghamshire Oaks. Pink Carnation in second. Then in third was Annaville ahead of Life of Dreams.
One for Bobby is one for Rob and Hughie. 17-2, the winner of the feature race on the card, the Nottinghamshire Oaks. Second was Pink Carnation, 16-1, and third Annaville at 22-1. Well, nothing really of the market principles got into this contest, as Carnation set a very strong pace and almost held on, but really the writing was on the wall as One for Bobby came with that late, powering, potent thrust down the middle of the track to land the feature race on the card, and listed honours in the process on her first start for Hughie Morrison, having been trained with Johnny Murtagh in Ireland. She stays further than this trip and has used her stamina to very good effect.
Yeah, and delighted Rob Hornby. Nice way to start a very important week, but that was a good ride.
Yeah, really nice spare to pick up for Hughie and the team. Hughie's got his horses in great nick and had a nice winner yesterday at Windsor, and they're obviously in good shape. And a filly I didn't know a lot about. I don't think many did really, coming over from Ireland, but seems very uncomplicated. Stays well, enjoyed conditions, and yeah, great to get a win.
Danny Tudhope got a sort of an easy enough time up front. Were you worried at all at any stage?
I wasn't. Hugh was confident that she'd stay further, stay a mile and a half. So it was a case of quite nice to have a lead into the straight. It's quite testing ground, so I was I wasn't. Danny was my main concentration, not horses being able to quicken on that ground from behind me. So it was nice to have a target to aim at, and like I say, she stays and throughout the trip well and handle conditions.
I would say is sort of poor, slow conditions important to her?
I don't know. I mean, she's obviously handled that well, but she seems a nice free moving going filly. I think probably the more important thing was on better ground. She'd probably want a bit further just to, if other horses did have a bit of a turn of foot on her, you know, extra time to quicken and lengthen, would help her.
Another filly this weekend, classic, 1,000 guineas, Rue Macrae, who was so good in the Fred Darling.
Yeah, a big week, isn't it? You know, season's starting to really boil up now, and these horses are so important, and she was very impressive at Newbury. And
still looking very green. And
yeah, she's lightly racing, so I'm really pleased that she actually had that run at 3 now under her belt, because I think she would have learnt a great deal for it. I rode her out this morning, and yeah, I drove home after that with a big smile on my face, so I'm really looking forward to it.
I think mentally she's copped on and learned a little bit from Newbury.
Yeah, absolutely. She was a bit fresh at Newbury, even going down the start in the preliminaries. So nice just to knock that edge off her, have that experience, and then come on fitness-wise. So she felt great this morning, laid back, relaxed, enjoying her work. So yeah, all roads, you know, all going up for a good week.
The smile on your face says it all. Good luck.
Absolutely, cheers.
Good stuff there from Rob Hornby winning the feature race. The 440s next up, the bet@racingtv.com handicap over the extended 6 furlongs. Mutani 5-4 and Solid at the head of the market.
They're off, and away we go then for this bet@racingtv.com handicap. Good start by Open Market, who's often keen in her races, but also up there is Maggie's Turn and Holly Doyle. In behind is Wen Moon in the purple jacket, blue and white of Mutani. At the back of the field is Thunder Bear as they head down the centre of the course. Maggie's Turn is out in front with, for company, the keen-going Open Market, Wen Moon in behind, and Tom Marquand. Then comes Mutani, Dane O'Neill. At the back of the 5 is Thunder Bear as they now race beyond halfway. Maggie's Turn and Open Market, not much between them, chased by Wen Moon in 3rd place, with Mutani getting a little bit closer now. Then comes Thunder Bear. They head to the final 2. Maggie's Turn under pressure. Open Market far right, Wen Moon. Down this near side to the left, Mutani, followed through by Thunder Bear as they head down towards the final furlong of the contest. Mutani down this near side, down the far side, Wen Moon. Open Market, Thunder Bear's going well, going very well under Ronan Whelan as they head down to the final half furlong. Mutani being taken on by Thunder Bear, who's come from the back of the field here and is going away really cheekily to victory under Ronan Whelan. Thunder Bear beats Mutani in 2nd, then came Open Market in 3rd, Wen Moon, and in last place, Maggie's Turn.
Well, where did that one come from? Thunder Bear wins 18-1, the outsider of the quintet. Ronan Whelan and Jack Davison teaming up. Second was Mutani, the 5-4 favourite. A very easy victory here from Thunder Bear, who's held up off a fairly sedate pace, but nonetheless has absolutely bolted in and wins for the first time on his first foray to British racecourses. He was a winner 3 starts ago. That came at Fairyhouse in a small field affair, and clearly it's those small fields that make most appeal to him, as he's won very nicely indeed, off a mark of 85. Clearly going the right way and fast.
Thunder Bear, outsider for the lot, is dotted up running with him. Well done, that was mighty impressive.
Yeah, he came good. We were on the way over and Jack showed me a video of him in Down Royal. He kind of half missed the kick one day and he ended up finishing 2nd to a subsequent listed winner, Paddy Toomey. So he kind of said if we can kind of ride him something similar to today and hope they go hard. And look, he switched off lovely and was behind the bridle and he just cruised through the race, you know.
No headgear today.
Yeah, no headgear, just Jack took everything off him and we just said, you know, ride him with confidence, no pressure kind of ride and just let it happen. And he's always threatened to do something like that at home. He's quite hard on himself, so it's important he settles.
So in a good, better race, he'd be an easier ride.
Yeah, you'd like to think so, you know. And he took him a while to get his head in front before, and that might just give him a confidence booster. So hopefully he can go on from that.
He opened up to a lot of good races now if it's written.
Yeah, I think so. I think It was a good call. Jack obviously had to fill in the listed race, and he thought the type of racing over here might suit him. Just at home in Ireland, when we sprint, it can kind of be a little bit tactical, you know. Whereas here, they tend to go more even, honest gallop, especially on a flat track like this. The pace tends to hold up, and he thought it might suit, and he threw him on the box, and sure, look, it worked out ideal.
See you plenty during the summer, maybe. Well done.
Well, hopefully, first of many.
Lastly, but not leastly, is the 5:10 Visit RacingTV.com handicap over the extended 6 furlong Star Night for Johnny Murtagh was sent off the 2-1 favourite.
All in. They're off over 6 furlongs for the Visit RacingTV.com handicap. All got away pretty well. Ghost Lights just about the early leader. Up there as well is Cloud Queen. He's now just being reined in behind, right down this near side red sheepskin noseband of Silk's Graphite. Far side River Neva is also getting into a handy early position. Then in behind, far right in the blue and white colours is Star Night with a white cap at the back of the 6, with the spotted jacket of Insolente also in rear, but very much in touch. So Ghost Lights leading, Richard Kingscote, with on the far side River Neva. Down this near side is Silk's Graphite alongside the orange sleeves of Cloud Queen. In behind, Star Night getting cover. Down the near side, Insolente as they head beyond halfway. Ghost Lights in front, injecting more tempo to the race, with over towards the far side River Neva. Far right coming into it pretty well is Star Night, who's travelling well. Down this near side, Insolente, Silk's Graphite, and then comes Cloud Queen. Ghost Lights in front, but now being challenged by Star Night. Heading towards the final furlong. Star Night pushed into the lead now from Ghost Lights in second place. Then comes River Neva in third, and pulling well clear. Star Night for Ben Cohen and Johnny Murtagh, just hands and heels heading up towards the line. Star Night staying on nicely for another Irish success here at Nottingham. Star Night wins comfortably from Ghost Lights in second, River Neva in third, and then came Silk's Graphite.
The final race of the day goes the way of Star Night in good style, 2-1 favourite for Ben Cohen and Johnny Murtagh. Second was Ghost Lights at 5-2. This daughter of Fast Company hasn't had a huge amount of starts so far. It's a pretty lightly raced, very unexposed, and hasn't had a start in England either. And she's made it a first start and a winning 1-2, coming right down the centre of the track on the far side to win pretty much as she likes. Her handicap debut last time at the Curragh was probably hindered by the fact it was heavy ground, a little bit better ground today, and she's done it pretty nicely in the end. Definitely one to look out for in this kind of company going forward. Winners at Nottingham on a fine day of action. One for Bobby Land of the Nottinghamshire Oaks in fine fashion, the 4:10. Her Incarnation went well clear of the rest, and in the end it was a 17-2 shot for Hughie Morrison on stable debut, who did the business in a time that was fairly slow, but it was the quickest on the card. Soft